Blessings and welcome to all of my sexy scorpions out there. This is Energized Tarot by Tammy, and this is your June 2020 tarot reading, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising sign in Scorpio. And yes, I'm a Scorpio sun myself, so always a thrill to connect to my fellow scorpions out there. And boy, we're going to have a busy month this month, Scorpio. We've got some eclipses happening. We've got retrogrades going on. We just had the North Node change into Gemini and Sagittarius. So we are focusing on new energy. We're focusing on change for all of us here. But we have a lot happening in our ninth house of wisdom and insight and knowledge. And the light attribute that we received in this connection to ourselves here in the first position is the teacher card here. So it does look like we're going to learn something this month. We may be teaching others, but it's about the ninth house this month, to finding those who can give us knowledge and wisdom, you know, looking out for those teachers, those gurus, those masters, those beautiful connections to others who can really give us knowledge that we feel from within us. So ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. So that's beautiful. Not only do we have the ability to connect to those teachers, we are going to be helping others as a teacher. We have our own wisdom, we have our own insight, our own skills that we can share with others. And that's why we've been having so much in our third house, right? For the last couple of years. The third house is learning a new skill. It is about finding ways to use our expertise. And thank goodness, we're finally moving away from the third house energy with Saturn going to go into our fourth house here, and Jupiter will finally go direct in our third house here. It's in retrograde right now, so I do feel this is about knowing that as things start to move forward, there is going to be new expertise that we have learned. I feel like we have really been learning and growing for the last couple of years in our communication skills and learning something new, our ability to really go deep within ourselves to focus on how we can better connect with others. And as Jupiter goes direct, I believe in August, I feel like this is when we really are going to blossom. So it looks like for this month of June, we are receiving knowledge and wisdom, seeking out those teachers, those gurus, those masters who can really give us something in the ninth house here. That's beautiful. So we are focusing a lot to knowledge this month. And a self-care card that I want to pull in the first house also for us Scorpios. Connection to ourselves. Oh, that one wanted to fly out. Well, let's see what this says. Progress. Charge forward. Be willing to make mistakes. So there is progress being made, being able to move forward in the direction that we want here. And I feel it's through, you know, knowledge and wisdom and learning that we're making progress. So that's good to see that this is a month of progress and ability to be able to communicate more effectively through our wisdom that we've been receiving for the last couple of years, in that third house of communication. So let's go to the second house, and that's where we're going to have this full moon in Sagittarius, a lunar eclipse on June 5th here. So that is affecting our financial house here. So let's pull a card in the financial house, our second house, to see what this full moon is bringing to us Scorpios. Lord, look at this. We got the soulmate card. This is the lover's card. Geez, yeah, something's coming to us, showing us some type of new way. This could be not only in love, but this is a new pathway that we may be seeing, that we can make progress to move forward here. So this is about seeing seeing something evolve and grow and start to move forward in the second house. So it is also about our self-respect. It's about us being confident in ourselves. So I do feel this may be a time where love can come through, because maybe a lot of us Scorpions have learned to love ourselves first, right? To respect ourselves. And that's when a soulmate can come in for us. So that could be what this beautiful eclipse is bringing us, a new soul pathway to fulfill our destiny, a connection to a soul mate that's really going to allow us progress in connection to love there. So let me pull one more card here, and then I want to pull another card for this eclipse here. So let's see, what do we got here? The journey card, moving forward. So it does look, and we see the number 3, and I did say we still have a lot going on in our third house of communication, but we see that the mountains, it looks like we're getting clear to move on a journey. We're getting clear to see our soul pathway forward, to connect to someone in a deeper way, and that's beautiful. We do have Venus in retrograde in our 8th house, so that is about deep insight to healing and being able to finally love ourselves, to be able to get clear on our destiny, on our soul pathway, in connections to also finding our soulmate. So that's what I feel this eclipse is doing for us here at the beginning of this month, is really solidifying a new pathway, whether it's in love, in our career, but it's allowing us to be connected to something that we chose to in this lifetime at this time to be connected to. So I wanted to pull a energy card for this beautiful eclipse. Obviously it looks like this full moon, something coming into fruition, is going to be quite beautiful for us Scorpios. So let's see, let's pull an oracle on this beautiful eclipse that looks like it's going to allow us to see progress forward here. So let's see, what is the message for this eclipse? Financial constraints. Okay, so this is interesting that we're seeing it in our second house. So things are coming into fruition. Let's read about this financial constraint, because some of us may have, well, wouldn't be surprised right now if we haven't been feeling some type of financial constraints, especially since what we've been going through. So we can understand this, but I do feel this is about us understanding how to get through this time of financial difficulties. So let's read about restrictions concerning money. So what it says here, this card shows an old-fashioned safe with little money but lots of cobwebs and dust. Money may be tight at this time. So rein in your spending and be circumspect about the financial requirements in your life. This is not a time of indulgence, so be aware of what's really important and consciously choose your expenditures. There's a big difference between what you need and what you want. This card is telling you to take care of your needs and hide your time. Excuse me, and bide your time. Things will get better, but for now, be willing to live more conservatively and always value the money and the good things you already have. So our affirmation this month, Scorpio, is I can move through any cycle with dignity and awareness. I am open to receiving increasing wealth. Money moves to and through my life, bringing benefits to all. So that's a beautiful affirmation of knowing that through these financial difficulties, we will figure out a way to get through it, and we will increase our wealth. It's because I feel like there's progress being finally made in where our pathway is leading us towards, where we really want to focus on, and that's why I feel we're going to get through some type of financial difficulty, because we are focusing on what we really need, our self-worth, right? So let's go to the third house, and the third house is, like I said, connected to Gemini. It's connected to communication. We have Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter in there. really resurrecting our soul. Ooh, that one wanted to fly out. Changing the way we communicate, learning skills, the Chariot movement, progress forward. So this is beautiful to see, because the Chariot card is that progress that we're making here, right? The progress card. So this is about getting through obstacles and challenges, and getting through to be able to finally move in the direction that we want here. So that's what I'm feeling for us Scorpios. We're finally making progress and movement towards our desires. It looks like we are learning something to be able to teach others. Maybe it's learning so that we can move forward on our journey. Maybe we are going to become a teacher, but it's really about solidifying our pathway forward right now. So let's pull another card in the third house here. With all that energy happening, communication, look at that. So we see the number 12 turns into a number 3, right? So there does seem to be a lot of communication that will be happening to allow us to move forward, to make progress this month. So it does look like there is communications with others that are going to help us. It may be communication from family, because the Chariot card does represent family, and the third house is representation of family, cousins, cousins, and our siblings, and those kind of energies there. So it does look like there may be a strong connection to family, and this connection of communicating with them maybe in a deeper way, in a different way than how, and we may be going to visit them. That could be this connection, because the third house is short trips. So it could be that we're making some short trips to go visit family this month here. So let's go to the fourth house, and the fourth house is connected to our family and home, and we have well, we'll have Mars there for a little while, most of the month, and we also have Neptune in our fourth house. So there's this desire to really focus on making some things happen in our fourth house, right? It could be that you're focusing on making some changes in the house. It could be focusing on, realizing a skill that you have that you can do from home here. But let's look at maybe what this energy is bringing to us Scorpions in our fourth house, with Mars and Neptune being in there. So let's see here. Oh, well, that's good. The 10 of Cups, that's happy home, happy life in the fourth house here. So whatever you're focusing your direction towards in your family life, and I feel like you're making things better. You're focusing on, establishing more happiness in the family life. So that's good to see there. I'm glad to see that we're going to have lots of happiness in the home life here. So that's good. So let's pull another card, one more card in the fourth house of family and home for us Scorpions here. The Tower card. So, there's changes that are happening in the home, but it looks like whatever changes that you're making, Scorpio, it's bringing happiness and joy. It could be that you're able to work at home now because of everything that's happening, and maybe you're really loving working home. Maybe you're going to try to focus on establishing a business at home. But it does look like connection to family. Yeah, I'm seeing this beautiful connection to family and relatives, and communicating with them. Beautiful. I like that. So let's go to the fifth house. And the fifth house, of course, is connection to love and romance and our children and creativity here. So let's see how our fifth house is looking this month. The Mars energy will move into our fifth house by the end of the month here, I believe on June 28th. But let's see. No kidding. The High Priest, that's the same connection to the teacher here, right? And so this is about receiving knowledge and wisdom. Maybe you're going to tap into a teacher, a master guru who's going to help you grow your creativity, grow and establish your soul pathway, right? Maybe this is what's going to happen. But I do feel this is also this strong connection to maybe love, a beautiful commitment that may be coming through for some of us Scorpios. It may be in this connection to a Taurus energy, because the High Priest is connection to the Taurus vibration. So there may be a strong commitment coming in regards to love, more of a commitment to our children. Maybe that's why there's more happiness in the home. Wisdom. Maybe you are teaching and giving knowledge, and maybe you're having to teach your children at home, right? Maybe this is what's happening and you're making progress. Maybe you really love to teach your children, teach at home. But the High Priest is knowing that you're going to be committed to things that you want to create, to fulfill love in your life. And that's why you have the soulmate card, because I do feel like there's a strong commitment for some of us Scorpios, because of healing, because of loving ourselves first, because of things that we have done to grow. And so that's why I feel like there's this new confidence in ourselves, that we're having this beautiful energy, this full moon in the middle, at the beginning of the month, to solidify something beautiful happening in regards to our self-worth and being committed to, you know, our own pathway forward. So that's beautiful. So let's see, let me pull another card, and we'll pull some love romance cards for us Scorpios. No kidding, look at this. So this is about the cycles of the moon and the eclipse energies that are happening here. So this is, and like I said, you know, this could be a strong connection to a soulmate coming through with the 5th house, and the connection to the moon's energy, and the eclipses that are coming here in the 2nd house, and also in the 9th house. You know, yeah, I do for some of us. This is in 32 turns into a 5, right? So I'm feeling like some of us Scorpions are going to receive this beautiful connection to something very spiritual coming to us in regards to our knowledge, or finding love. You know, I just feel like there's just so much wisdom for us and so much love that's coming our way here, Scorpio. So let's pull some love cards in connection to what this, it looks like the eclipse is really going to give us something this month. It could be, you know, when Venus goes, well, it still will be retrograde the whole month, but it will become visible by the middle of the month, which means we can see it in the sky there. So let's see, let's put attraction. So there's definitely some attraction to someone. And it does say you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So there's an attraction with someone for sure. Could be this connection to, you know, going, I just see this because everything's in retrograde. So this could be people from the past coming, going to visit your family, and you run into someone that you knew from the past that you went to school with, or something like that. Oh, no kidding. I'm not kidding. Hello, hello, soulmates. Okay, we have 2 cards of the soulmate energy. And look at this, we get the soulmate card. That's what I feel. There's a strong connection to love, a soulmate this month, a strong attraction to someone who you know is your soulmate. So be open. I love it. That is why they got Mars in our 5th house there by the end of the month there. So yeah, it looks like there may be this connection to family and home and finding love. But yeah, passion. There's definitely passion and attraction and a soulmate for some of us Scorpions this month. I love it there. So one more card and then we'll move on here. Children. Interesting, because that's the 5th house there of children. So this is this connection to happiness with children. 5th house could be, you know, conceiving, fertility. But, you know, there's a focus of happiness. Children, you may be connecting to someone who has children. Or, you know, you may have children, and who you connect to has children too. But it does seem whatever soul energy comes flowing to any of us Scorpios out there, it does look like it is definitely, it was meant to be at this time, for sure. So let's see here, where are we going? We're going to the 6th house, and that's our day-to-day life, our activities that we do every day, our health regime, our job flow. So let's see how our 6th house is looking for us Scorpios. Let's see, we get 2 cards here. Wow, look at this here. So it looks like there's this new ability to be clear on our expectations, what we need to do at work. The Queen of Wands is this ability to create and begin something new, right? Clarity in our goals, clarity in our ideas, our creativity. There may be a strong connection to a fire energy here in our day-to-day life there. You may meet this Queen of Wands, a fire energy, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries during day-to-day activities here. But there seems to be clarity, communication with this Queen of Fire here in our day-to-day life. But there's new clarity, new beginnings, and a connection to this Queen of Fire here. Love it. So we are feeling passionate. We are feeling like we are feeling our own love. That's what the Queen of Wands is all about. She feels her own love. She's very confident in herself. She knows what she wants. She goes and gets it, right? So let's go to the 7th house. And the 7th house, we have Uranus shaking up things, you know, in our 7th house of relationships, partnerships, one-on-one connections. So yeah, 10 of Swords. So some of us are going through a big change in our relationships, endings to situations that aren't going to be good for us anymore, right? And we see this owl up here and this connection to wisdom and learning from those tests and challenges, those karmic lessons. And of course, with the nodes changing, and where did I say the North Node went to our, the North Node went into, yes, our 3rd house, right? So, oh, sorry, no, our 8th house, excuse me, our 8th house, that's where Gemini, our North Node is going into the 8th house there. So, and then we have Venus retrograde there. Yeah, there's an ending. That's what it is. So, yeah, with Venus being in retrograde in the 8th house, the North Node and Gemini in the 8th house, some of us need to end to change some type of relationship, some type of partnership that isn't working for us. Learn from the relationship, and it's time for that transformation to happen here. Uranus is shaking things up for us for a reason here. Things are very karmic right now. So let's see here. Let's pull a card here. Yeah, look at this. For a brighter, there we go. See, for some of us Scorpios, we need to focus on a big change in our relationships so that we can focus on a new pathway, a new beginning. I mean, this is about finding love and stability and happiness and joy and ending things with others in relationships that have been painful. And, you know, I feel like a lot of us Scorpions are so much wiser because of the things that we've had to deal with. Of course, we're Scorpions. We deal with death. We deal with endings. We deal with karmic lessons and challenges. But because of that, and we focus on what we need to do to the light to make ourselves better, to learn and grow from it, we see a new beginning. We see that there is faith and hope for us to really focus on our dreams, our desires, our pathway, love, a soulmate, right? Yeah, for some of us, we need to end a relationship. Otherwise, we're going to miss our soulmate, right? So that could be what's happening too. So let's go to the 8th house. And the 8th house, like I said, we got Venus in retrograde for the month, but Venus will go visible out in the sky in the middle of the month. So that may be where we're starting to see this big change and transformation with that North Node in Gemini now being in there. Wow, the Queen of Pentacles here. This is about, excuse me, I'm getting all excited. Woo! Because the Queen of Pentacles is all about money and prosperity and getting through financial constraints here, right? And so I feel like this is about the North Node in the 8th house. We are going to learn a skill that is going to allow us to grow and transform what we do. And the Queen of Pentacles, you know, the 8th house is this connection to the occult, to the esoteric, to learning tarot readings, spirituality, astrology, all those things, secret and you know, behind the scenes here. So that's what I feel a lot of Scorpions with that North Node in Gemini. We need to go into the depths of our soul. We need to learn about the secrets, the mysteries of life. There is a lot of knowledge that we can learn out there in the universe. And I feel that's why the next year and a half, we really have to, and this could be a psychological thing that we're clearing out too. But the Queen of Pentacles is someone who we feel grounded with. It may be someone that we go see, like a therapist, a counselor. It could be a strong connection to love, a deep love with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn here and with the Queen of Pentacles. But this is about finding stability and managing our finances and resources in a different way. So that's why I feel like even though we've had some financial constraints, it looks like we are figuring out ways to manage our finances, to figure out a way to grow and prosper. But I do feel this is about receiving generosity from others, receiving gifts, receiving loans and contracts and deals from others that are going to help us grow. So that's what's happening there in the 8th house here. Being able to grow and prosper through financial difficulties, through ending things, seeing progress forward, right? Seeing that there is some type of clearance for our pathway forward here. Yet we're getting out of something that has been stagnant, and we're finally seeing progress being made to see growth in our finances. So let's go to the where we had 9th house, and that's where we're having that beautiful new moon energy at the end of the month. The sun will be in there. Mercury will go retrograde in the 9th house, and that's all about wisdom, knowledge, learning, teaching. So what is the wisdom, the knowledge? You get these two here. The 8 of Swords and the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. And this is interesting. This is about clarity and being more, understanding a lot more about the insight that you're receiving from a higher power, the King of Swords here. So again, I just feel there's a teacher, there's someone of authority, someone that you can learn from here. So don't be fearful. It's about being able to connect to those. Don't be fearful. In regards to this King of Swords, some of us may be afraid to communicate with this King of Swords. In regards to knowledge, teacher, this may be someone that we really need to learn from. So don't be fearful. It is about this change. But this King of Swords is someone of authority, someone who has clarity in helping us. I feel it's some type of teacher that's giving us the ability to break free from the fear and to make some changes. So I feel that's the wisdom that's coming through. I do want to pull a different card there too, but I feel the wisdom this month is knowing that there is a higher power that's giving us clarity, Scorpios, to move on our pathway and not be fearful of that. So let's pull for this eclipse here. Flying, because we're going to be flying. We're going to be flying. Look at that. So let me read a little bit about this card with this beautiful energy of this new moon happening. Flying. Let's see, what number is this? 20. Okay. You have the power to see things from a higher perception, a higher perspective. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above the sky, life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today, you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your higher purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hope for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Wow, what a beautiful message to know that, yes, we're going to be flying high this month. Definitely feeling like there's some new freedom, new connections to others who are going to really help us soar. So let's go into the 10th house of our career and destiny here. What is happening in that 10th house for us this month, Scorpio? Okay, that's the one I want. Whoops, the 5 of Cups here. So that's why I feel there's a change that's happening, progress being made. Things that we've been emotionally disappointed in regards to our career. It looks like the 5 of Cups is saying, you know, it's time for change. It's time for progress. And that's why I feel there's something happening in our career that's going to get us out of something that's been stagnant for us. And this Queen of Pentacles, we've got the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands, and the High Priest. Yeah, there's others out there who have knowledge and wisdom who's really going to help us soar, get out of something that has not been emotionally satisfied in regards to our career. So let me pull another card in the 10th house here for our energy, Scorpio. Yeah, look out for job opportunities. I feel like there's, with the fox here, look out for signs and symbols. There's something that's coming to us to get us out of this emotional difficulty, the sadness, this feeling of being stuck in our career here. There's new job opportunities. Look out for the signs and symbols. We see there's quite a few court cards in our reading here to show that there's others who are going to be interested in us. So let's look at the 11th house, and that is connection to our hopes, wishes, and dreams, connections to our friends, networking, finding those who can help us. Excuse me. Okay. Excuse me. 3 of Wands, planning for the future. So that is about us being prepared for some type of change. 3 of Wands is connecting to maybe people from far away, you know, other countries here. But the 3 of Wands is preparation and progress and planning and moving forward through connections with others, connections to our hopes, wishes, and dreams finally coming into fruition. So let's see, let's pull another card here. Yeah, new beginning. So let's look out for this new beginning. Let's look at knowing that there's some type of progress being made in our soul pathway and connecting to others who are going to help us find this new. I mean, we've got these 2 beautiful cards of seeing a new future for us, planning and growing and fulfilling our hopes, wishes, and dreams. That's what it is. And that Ace of Swords, a new beginning. So yes, let's focus and make progress. Let's not allow fear to hold us back, because it looks like we're having opportunities coming to us synchronistically that are going to allow us to really prepare and move forward and make progress and what we truly want to do at this time. So the last card I want to pull is just a Keeper of the Light card that we can connect to Scorpios in the month of June here in the 12th house. It is all about our connection to our angels and guides, and connecting with them and asking for their assistance. So let's see what the Keeper of the Light is for us this month, Scorpio. Hilarion, divine healing. Yes, it's beautiful. We are going through a lot of beautiful healing, and definitely, like I said, with Gemini North Node in our 8th house now, we are connected to the 8th house. That is us, Scorpio. We are going through a divine healing right now, and what it says here: honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So let's read a little bit about this Keeper of the Light here. If I can find the book. Okay. Hilarion. So as we meditate this month, we can definitely call on Hilarion for any more divine healing that we need. Hilarion is a spiritual master, and there's one of our teachers that we need to connect to, who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of St. Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing. So after a while, he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to service, he gave all of their estate to his brothers and the poor. For the rest of his life, he lived as a hermit in a cave and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day, he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. The world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then. To cleanse and recharge your energy, you may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them. But please ensure you are filled with the light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time, so that you can recharge and feel whole. How beautiful of a message to have this, of knowing that we are receiving that divine healing so that we can be whole again, so that we can really focus and make progress towards our pathway. And it's through our teachers, listening to our spiritual energy of a higher power, to be able to really come to terms with things that we know need to change, need to heal, need to move forward on. So anyway, much love to you. I just feel like it's such a beautiful reading here, of knowing this is a time for things to really come forward for us in regards to our soul pathway and love here. So much love to all of you. And if you ever want a personal reading, please connect with me. All my links are below. And until next time, with pure love, this energy, Tammy.